Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining out, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me what I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
What is going on, everybody? Let me do it one second. There you go. So I just want to start off by saying I just want to get this off the way. Listen, this chat is full. Go ahead, I dare you. And I'll be adding people as we go on. A bunch of you guys, you just got your wrenches because you've been over here a long time. Hit that nuke button if you see them. I will not be tolerated. No, Floston, you have not missed it yet. All right, let's get it started. We are joined by Dark Woodz. This man is cool as shit, and he is an alumni to the show. He's been back. This is his second time on the show. There's only like one other person that's been on.
No, third time technically, because the first one was pre-recorded, then we did the live Q&A.
Yeah,
Third
you
time.
hold the record, Dark.
Oh, that's good.
How you doing tonight, man?
Doing perfect. And excited about the show.
Definitely. So let me get the shout outs out of the way here. Well, there's too many. I love all you guys. Boom. You got your wrenches. Oh, Yukon. Forgot about you, homie. But all you guys, thank you for being in chat. Thank you for joining us on the show. Like I said, we try to keep it a chill vibe over here, and we will continue to do so. You guys, you got your wrenches. You do your magic. And Bash, you want to say anything?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
All right. So, boom, looking for a thing right here. Search. All right. So, Art, dude, the last time you came on the show, right, you had some pretty damn good evidence. And the photos and the stuff you've been catching now is, I think it puts that other stuff like on the back burner. Like for all the new listeners to the channel, new subscribers and everything. Look, tell them about yourself. Let them know who you are, what you've been catching, like where you live, like the area you are. You don't have to be specific about the area, but you know what I mean.
Well, I'd like to say first off, hey everybody in chat, glad that you're here. And my name is Dark Woodz. I live up in the most northern part of Wisconsin. I live in Chickamauga National Forest. And most of my evidence and everything is about 5 minutes back that way, behind the house in the deep woods.
All right, just getting some stuff up here. All right, go ahead. Take over for a second, Bass. I'm loading my stuff up.
Dark Woodz, now I know you're happy to start fishing out there now that everything's melted. How's that been for you?
Well, the first time I went out, I caught that. It was about a 37-inch muskie, and
Nice.
right now I'm waiting for the bullfrogs to start croaking, because the muskie is a 10,000 cast fish, but once that starts going with the frogs, it'll be every time I cast, I'll probably hit one.
Nice. I've heard that muskie is the fish of 1,000 casts.
Yeah, there's some monsters. I hooked a couple of them last year, but this year I'm set up for them. I can't wait.
You guys got smallmouth up there? Smallmouth bass?
Yeah, actually, I think I sent a photo on Facebook of a 23-inch smallmouth that I caught. I actually caught 2 of them.
See you guys speaking Greek to me, man. I don't fish.
You should try it, Truth.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah. Until you cast out a $50 lure and it gets caught and fish drags it and eats it. Yeah.
That's part of it.
I'm good on that.
Oh, it's just like hunting. If you don't get that deer, being out there is an experience in itself. You always got something to take home that you experience. Pretty cool.
Never been hunting. I just I've always been of the mind, like, if you're gonna hunt, make it interesting. Like, go hunt like a grizzly with like a machete or some shit, or like a bow and arrow.
I'll tell you what. I would start out with basics. Just hunting a deer with a bow can be challenging. You know, you may not ever get it. You know, but it is pretty cool.
All right, so muskies are huge, but yes, blues and G. Yes, a lot of the usual suspects in chat. A lot of them are now blue, also. So, all right. So, let's start with the new stuff you've been catching. Right. So, when have the newer stuff? When have you started catching? When was the time frame?
The newer stuff I was catching around 2021, and there's a specific picture that I actually caught in April, and I'll talk about that later when that photo comes up, because there's some interesting information on that.
Okay, so I'm gonna start and just go down the camera roll. All right.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so bring this one up first. I like this StreamYard, so it's cool. All right, so this is the latest photo shared by Dark Woodz. We're gonna make it bigger. Did I share it to the screen? Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That one there, that's just a foggy woods.
Yeah, you think it's foggy. Shit's hanging out. Shit hanging out there, back there lurking. Yo, speaking of, I've been at my job, right? Well, people know I've been hearing my coworkers heard some more shit, but the past few nights I've been hearing like it. You remember when you were a kid, you used to have those like little poles with the little thing that would slide down the middle, it would make like a noise.
Oh,
I've been hearing that in the fucking woods. And then when I start staring over there, it'll stop. Stop. I'm gonna have to record it and show you guys. But so
How does your body feel when that happens? Do you feel anxiety or fear or anything?
no fair. I'm just thinking like, what the hell is that? And it's only
Okay,
happening because we're in New York now, and in New York it really doesn't start getting dark here until like 9 o'clock, 9:15, and that's when the shit starts
right.
happening. I'm like, what the hell is that? And that's on top of my coworkers actually having something like hearing like a fucking growling, howling noise, and having something laugh at them in the woods. All right, so we're
Huh.
on to
That's
Oh,
interesting.
oh, you're talking about White Lake. I'm thinking you're talking about UPS.
no, not UPS. White Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're on to the next photo. What is this right here?
Oh, that's a photo of some the where I live in this national forest. There's a lot of forest and a lot of swamp. And back behind the house, this is a swamp area.
Have you
This
seen any
would
traces? Have you caught any traces of anything back lurking around back here?
that area there is where I caught the photo of the DM
Eh,
and
Oh,
some other things.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. All
Yeah.
right. So, now, how big were these trees?
Those trees are pretty tall. I'd say about 100, 120 feet. And if you look at them, there's two going across from the right up
Try
to
it.
the left,
Try it out.
and then there's one the other way.
So up this way.
Yep. As you can see halfway up the tree, the X there, the one
Yeah.
that goes off to the left on the top, there's like
Okay.
another tree there too. Now this, I didn't get a photo of this, and where I live, this was 3 hours to the east along Lake Michigan and Manitowoc. But
Like
that's
what
the
the?
first big X I ever seen. And that's deliberate, as you can see. There's no
Oh,
way trees fell down like that.
oh, definitely not. That's something's like, yo, this is my damn area. Stay out of it.
And considering there's three trees there, and the two are kind of woven in,
I kind of see a little
something
one right
definitely
here.
made that.
Something little one. That might just be a branch hanging off of it.
Yeah, that could be.
But yeah. This was 3 hours away from where you reside.
Yeah, 3 hours east.
Now, as a crow flies, man, that's nothing. You know what I mean?
No, it's nothing. And
I
I'll tell
want,
you what, whatever made that had to be really strong.
yeah. I'm whatever made that had to be. I'm guessing that had to be in the range like 8, 9 feet tall at least to like have the
At
strength
least.
to have the strength to move those trees. That is just
Yeah.
wow.
I'm
See,
sorry, I
Yeah, it's
might
the
have
first
missed
X
it.
I ever seen for myself.
Sorry, I might have missed it. But were these trees taken from another area there, or were they basically uprooted and crossed?
You know, they were uprooted and crossed. I'm not sure if they were taken from a different area. Actually, because I know what that sign means, I didn't get too close to it. I
Yeah,
got
I got you.
comfortably close enough to take a photo. Yeah, because that's a stay out of the area zone sign right there.
yeah. What? See, I get like gentlemen like you, Dark, and people like Walton and Barry Browning and Mr. Don. You guys that go out there and get in the woods and look for all this. Dude, more power to you guys, dude. This shit is great because I love reading about stuff, hearing about it. I don't want to be in the woods and see that. You know what I mean?
Well, wouldn't you think it would be exciting if you did see it?
Oh yeah, it would be for about
It'd
2
make you,
seconds.
it'd make you want to go back out again.
Well, it'd be excited for about 2 seconds. Then you get that cold chill down your back, like holy shit, something's out here. I need to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scroll over to
Oh,
the
you know
next.
what? Here's my motto. If you're gonna die because something's out there, you're gonna die in style.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be the way to go.
All right. I got a question. Like when you came across this structure, like what was your initial feeling?
Oh, my initial feeling was, oh my God, there's an X. And you see it and then you study it and for sure, yep, that's an X. And then I noticed how there was a couple of trees involved on one end and one across the other. And I realized that definitely that's not natural. And it was put up there. My biggest concern was when you see an X like this, am I on the wrong side of that X or am I in the safe zone and past the X is the wrong side? That's something I'll never know.
Yeah. Now, question. Right in the back of this picture right here, does this look like a trail walking off the back this way?
There probably is because we were on a trail wandering around. Oh, you know what? Back in there, I don't
Yeah,
think there's a trail there
because I'm
because
seeing.
it looks like there's some white trees laying
Yeah.
down that looks like a trail.
Oh, okay. Because it. All right, cool.
And then some water and stuff right where your cursor was.
All right, and this and back here, this is this kind of like a. Oh damn, my zoom's right there. There we go. I'm learning every day, folks. All right. So what's this was just like a wooded area back here. There's nothing really. There's nothing to see back there.
Yeah, it's a pretty wooded area, and it leads out to the lake.
So now that I figured out how to zoom in on this, can you point me a little bit better in the direction of what the other X's you saw?
Okay, I got a question for chat for you, Dark Woodz.
All right.
Where'd it go? Chat is scrolling tonight, boy. How big would you guesstimate the diameter of those trees were?
Those trees, I would say that they're about 16 to 18 inches.
Okay. Yeah.
They're a decent sized tree, not a monster one, but pretty good sized tree.
All right. So this part right here, was this part of this branch here? This little extension?
No, that's a totally different tree. So
Okay.
somehow, like I said, I didn't get close enough to it, but you can see on the bottom part, go all the way down. Yep, keep going right up, down past the X part where it crosses over on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right there. See, there's a tree there and another tree.
Okay.
So you can see it's two different trees.
Have you now? How many times have you been to this area, aside from this photo?
That's the very first time I've been there.
At any point you did, like when you at any point, like how much time did you actually spend there?
We were cruising through at a steady pace to get to the beach for a specific reason, so I wasn't really hanging out in the woods.
Okay.
But there was something that I seen that I should have took a picture of. It was a smaller tree, and there was a small tree next to it, and the one tree went up. It's about 4 inches around, and it had a bunch of branches on the top, about 10 feet tall. Something took those branches and bent it down to the other tree that was like that, and wove all the branches together into the other tree. It was like kind of like a basket. And I have no idea why I didn't even take a photo of that, but that was very interesting. So it was definitely more than just the X sign that was there.
Yeah, we got.
But I don't know much about that area. Yeah.
So, all right. So, yeah, I'll look into it. Just you can send me
Nice.
when you get a chance. Send me the actual like area, and I'll see if I can find any reports coming out of that area.
All right, now you know I gotta
Sounds
ask you:
good.
is that
Yeah, there you go.
I know that's a whopper plopper, but is that the 90 or the 110?
Oh shoot! You know what? I ripped that thing out of a package and threw it on a line. I have no idea. I do know it's a big one.
Oh,
Um,
so all right, so it's probably the
whatever.
110. Okay.
Yeah, I think it is a 110. But I think I probably cast it 8 times and then hit that one.
Bro, you see that big ass hook? I got that in the thumb one time. Holy man.
And
Yeah, you don't want that.
like I said, he has hooks just hanging all willy nilly in the car. Like,
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you have to do? Push that all the way out and then cut it?
Nah, I actually had to go up to the hospital for that shit because the hook was so big. They were trying to cut it with wire cutters, and the doctor couldn't pop it, so they had to call over this RN who's about 6'4", 350. He looked at the hook. He was like, "You was fishing for bass, weren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right." And the doctor was like, "That's the biggest hook I've ever seen in somebody's hand." So they
Oh
basically
wow.
popped it through, clipped it, pulled it out, and I got like 5 or 6 stitches. My buddy was like, "Oh, you should have tried the braid trick." I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand how deep
braid.
this hook was, bro."
What the hell's a braid
Yeah,
trick?
once it gets deep.
Oh,
What the
the
hell's a
braid
braid?
trick.
Yeah. What the hell is that?
You take a piece of braided fishing line, and you tie it around the hook. Depending on where it's at, like if it's in like the fat part of your hand, you could just yank it right out.
Uh,
Ah,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, thank you.
see, that's why you should go fishing, Truth.
Yeah. Yeah. I want a hook in the finger. Damn, that
Oh
thing
yeah.
is huge, dude.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
what that.
small one too. Just
That's
I
a
can't
small
wait to
one.
get the big ones. Yeah, that's a small one. They're like as big around as my thigh and over 50 inches, you know. I hooked 2 last year, but I couldn't bring them in.
Bro,
Now,
trust me, with that whopper plopper, they're not getting away. If they
now,
get away, they're taking the whole thing.
all right.
You're right.
Do Dark, you catch and release?
Yeah. Well,
It
muskie is
depends.
really good eating too, but you just gotta watch for the bones.
Yeah, bass won't eat fish. we went over that earlier in Lakea's stream. All right, so zoom out of this
Oh
one.
yeah.
So now this is just the fog area.
Nope, I don't see nothing
This
yet.
should come up in a second. Let's see.
Yeah, that's another foggy area. These are all these photos are the areas where I caught a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's great. It's hell of a scenery, though.
I was gonna say, yeah, it is, and
Great scenery.
gives you the good creepy effect, you know, with the fog.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's a werewolf hanging out back there somewhere. That's why. All right.
Looks like you guys got every photo I posted.
Dude, yeah. We go through stuff. Yeah. Throw this one. All right. So here we go.
Holy shit!
Is it up on screen yet, Dark?
Yeah, it's like outlined.
Yeah, there's no that one's that's a comparison photo.
Okay.
Okay, so this photo here is
At the one with
of a
the one
Sasquatch.
with the outline. The one with the outline.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, this one doesn't have an outline. It's got a line pointing to where its hand is.
Okay.
People in yeah. No, that's a different one there.
All right. So I'm moving too fast. All right. So point me in the right direction. We got the arrow right here. That's where hand is.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if people want to screenshot that and zoom in, you could check out the hand. It's got some big monster fingers.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it's standing
And
behind a tree too.
it's two trees it's standing behind. And
Like
it looks
you
like
can
it's
see
got football pads on its shoulders and its head's just a little blip in the middle, right in the middle between the trees.
right here.
Yeah. Now look at the hand. See that hand, how it curls and there's a big thumb? Huge banana fingers.
Uh,
And then that
you
right
can
there
see
is the
you can see the inside of the forearm here.
Damn, that
well,
thing is
this up
big,
here
man.
where you see that line on the outside between the trees where his face is.
Yeah. Oh, let me go. Okay, right
I'll
here.
tell you. No, that's part of the forearm still, okay? Now see this right where your cursor is down there? Go down a little bit to your go over to the other side.
This side.
Okay, right there is where that's where the head is. You can see a faint line, that's the side of its face. And you can see its cheek and forehead from the sunlight. So that'd be on the left side, right there. See,
Dude, how tall was this thing? Like
well,
give or take.
I went back and took a tape measure because in this photo there's a busted birch, and I was using that as a reference. And this thing is somewhere between 13 and 14 foot tall.
I just seen from Charlie Button in the chat that there's another one hanging out from behind a tree on the right hand side.
Hmm.
You see, Truth, move your cursor back to the right.
On my right? Or
Go
right?
to the left. No. Where you're at right now, go to your left a little bit. That tree right there. Yep, that tree. Right about there. Could that be something?
Yeah, if it's something, to me it looks like it might be another arm sticking around the tree.
Well, I'm looking at this thing. Would be its right hand. Look at the size of these fucking things.
Well, see, now take your cursor and go to the left, straight across. Oop, go back. Go back to the right. See, that's the one hand. That would be its right hand. Now go to where these two trees are to the right.
No, that's your
to
left.
my right. To my right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right here?
Oops. No, to the left end. See where the two trees it's hiding behind? Go to the other side.
Okay. First tree,
Right there,
second tree.
right there. Right there where your cursor is, that's the other hand.
Yep.
It's curled up in the fist.
So it's like it's balling its fists up, looking through the tree, looking through the V of the tree.
That's right. And its shoulders are sticking out on the sides of the tree. There's a lot of snow on some of the branches in front of it. That's why it kind of looks weird.
So, do you think this thing was taking an aggressive manner because you were standing there with the camera? Like how far away were you from this?
That would have been about 50 to 60 yards away. What it was this was wintertime and I just got done snow blowing my driveway out. It took about an hour and a half. And I believe he was watching me do that. It might have been entertaining for him, but there was no aggressive anything from it.
Maybe the noise from the motor. Now, do you have a gas powered snowblower or an electric one?
I got a big 826 John Deere. So yeah, it makes a lot of noise.
So maybe the noise attracted it, and it was like,
he might have been coming.
Yeah.
You know,
He's probably coming in to check out who's making all this noise. And then once he's seen what you were doing, he's just like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, to see the snow flying, you know, I'm sure it's
Hmm.
probably entertaining for them. But that was down at the end of the driveway. I mean, from where he's looking straight up the driveway, right at the house.
Now, speaking of your house, now since the last time we've talked, have you had anything else come up to your house and put hands on it or anything like that?
No, a long time ago, I have some pictures of a handprint on the front of the house, and on the side of the house, there's 3 finger slide marks, and they're still up there to this day through the rain and snow and everything else. And during that time, whatever that was, took the bird feeder down and bent the metal part on the bottom to let all the bird seeds fly out. So a bear, if it was to take that off of the bird feeder off of the house, it would have destroyed it and took it out in the woods. But whoever this was, it just bent the bottom out with probably 1 finger and let all that stuff slide out. But I have photos of that, which is pretty interesting. I could share later.
All right. So I'm looking in chat, and people are seeing some. All right, that big tree that's in the foreground to the right hand. If you're looking at
Right
your
here.
screen, it will be on your right. Yeah. Go to your left. Go to the left, like you're going towards the squatch. Keep going left. There's something. Stop right there. There's something there.
Right.
Like it's a little further behind the one in the foreground, but it looks like there's something there, like a hand and a side face, like it's sticking out.
I see that. You know, it's not surprising because obviously a lot of these are in clans. You know, there's more than one usually. I wouldn't be
Hmm.
surprised if there was another one hanging out back there.
That's probably Big Daddy
But
in the
this
front,
one,
and
I see another one, but this might just be me. If you look over here, right here, eyes, nose line, fucking forehead, poking through the tree line back there, like the sunlight's hitting it. Do you see what I'm saying, or is
yeah,
it
that's,
just me? Or is
yeah.
it just me with pareidolia?
Well,
I don't
pareidolia will
know.
be a teacher for you for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm not
but
too sure
that,
about that one, but the one to the right of the screen, there's definitely something back there.
Yeah, yeah.
wow.
But
It makes you
that
wonder
guy
how.
was huge.
It
Yeah.
makes you wonder. 'Cause he was definitely probably the alpha. So if he
Yeah,
was the alpha, and he was part of the clan, he might have had his youngsters might have came with him.
Or the
Like,
centuries.
that's true. You know, when this photo was taken, it was the same year. This was in the winter, probably January. Remember that 23 plus inch footprint that I showed you guys before on a different show?
yep.
Yeah.
It was and then Volt was saying it was a lot bigger. I believe this Bigfoot is the one who made that print because his size and everything would be like a 23 to 26-inch footprint for sure.
He's got to be at least 1,000 pounds if he's up.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
He's standing behind 2 trees, and you can clearly see his outline. That's crazy.
now,
Yeah,
is it?
it's just solid.
Do you think he might, when he was hanging out in the back of the tree, that he might have like slunched his head down to like seem smaller, and he's actually taller than that, or is that just his? Because I don't, I know that's his head, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think he was like maybe like had his shoulders hunched. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, they say that they have a neck, but everything is so big they can't turn their neck. So I don't think they could hunch their neck down either. And
It'll be all shoulders.
yeah, and that first picture of that other Bigfoot that I took off the internet, I use
Yep.
that as an example of the body type that this one is, because some have conical heads, some don't. Some have shoulders up to their ears, and others don't. And this is that type that has shoulders way up, big, huge, probably bowling ball size shoulders or beach ball size shoulders, you know?
His chest he's probably barrel chested too. Look,
Yeah.
dude. Wow.
No, that's a damn good one.
Damn.
Yeah, too bad I couldn't get super crystal clear, but I was surprised. The hands is what I noticed first off, and then everything else fit into place. And then later, when you go through the photos, you might come across the outline one in case people can't get a good grasp on what it looks like. And then they'll probably get a better idea. And they can go back through the video to compare it.
And if you're cool, maybe Dark Woodz would accept your friend's request on Facebook, and you can see all his great evidence. But we gotta get Dark. We gotta get you a channel started, dude, so you can put your stuff out.
Yeah, I should probably do that one day.
I'll help. I'm making intros for everybody. I'll help you out.
Sounds good.
Now on to this picture here.
Center tree, it looks like there's a black mass behind it.
Okay, center tree. I got you.
Yeah.
I see.
But that's what I'm saying. I might be mistaken.
Now, Dark, you
guys.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Go ahead.
No, Dark, did you catch anything? Gotta clean my glasses. I can't see anything. Did you catch anything in that photo?
Yeah, right where your cursor is. That's believe it or not, that's probably a baby, if not a tad bit older, dog man that's halfway up a tree and it's peeking around, looking straight at me.
This right here.
You can kind of almost see the sticks make a white outline behind its head, but yeah, it's that right there. In some of the other filtered photos, you'll be able to see the eyes on them.
All right, so I got my glasses back on now. All right, so I can. This looks like it's two-toned. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I see what could be the snout. Yep, I can see what could be the snout here. Right, it's a light area here where I'd say maybe the eyes would be, and then on this side too, and you can make out the ear here.
Yeah, it's got little ears.
Yep.
That white behind it, those are white birch sticks. And that's what's making the head stand out. And it looks like it's two-tone, but that thing's solid black.
Now, this thing, you can see it's got part of it's right here. Part of it's sticking out on this side of the tree.
I think that
like
on
the piece of it here.
Yeah.
Now,
so right there, okay. I think that's its hand.
This right here.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That looks like a big ass hand.
Yep. All right. So
some other people think that it's another.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. I was just saying, I noticed that some people, when I posted this up on Facebook, said that they saw another baby one there. But it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay. I'm getting a few things in chat. Now, where that black mass is, if you go to the right a little bit, you see that brightish burk that's very thin. Yep, right there. People are seeing a skull right there.
I noticed that, but I didn't want to say anything.
And from where you're at right now, go to the top right corner.
Right here?
Yep, and there's another black mass right in there, like up higher in the trees.
So up in this corner, or
yeah,
further
like
out?
up in that area. Charlie Button says yes.
See, I noticed this right here, but I wasn't gonna say anything. that does look like a damn skull. It might just be the branches. I don't know. But
I tell you what, I seen like the skull head on that white tree there.
mm-hmm.
When I was looking at the original photo, because this is just a piece of the photo. And remember, everything that we're seeing in these kind of woods, they're all together in one bunch. But whatever the case is, that skull, I've seen over 30 different types of faces on trees and goofy things like that skull in this photo. I mean, eventually we'll get to that photo, and then if anyone wants to screenshot it or save it or whatever, and then they could explore it and check out whatever. There's a lot of things in this photo, and there's a reason for that. But back to that little dog. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No. I'll bring that up in a second. I just caught something weird. Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
fuck. That shit just made my eyes water, dude. All right, I'll bring it up in a second. So this thing. How far away from you were you when you took? How far away from this were you when you took these photos?
These photos, I would say I was about 70 yards away. I used full zoom on a cell phone, and that's why they're not crystal clear, because I used full zoom and then I blew up the images off the zoom a little bit. But like that little DM head there, you could actually see the dark spot where its nose is and the two lighter areas up by the ears where his eyes are. And he was looking straight at me.
So we got the nose here. This would be the middle of the snout area. This would lead up to the forehead. This would be the top of the head.
Yeah. It looks like it's a two-tone face.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And this would be
Could be some highlights.
Hairs.
That's
it
the
might
nose
be
right there.
Yep, it might be accented.
And then you can see the lighter spots where the eyes are.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So as I'm zooming in on this, I'm gonna slide right. I know that I'm gonna keep it in frame. But dude, what is that?
That might be birch trees. I'm not sure, but
yeah, it's birch trees.
Okay. So
damn sure looks like a skull looking at you though.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing. But there's a story behind all that later on.
So now you said this thing, how far up this tree was this?
That was about 10 feet.
About 10 feet? Okay.
And you notice the tree isn't that big, so there's not a body sticking out behind the tree. That's why I know that's a little guy. Plus, the proportion of the head compared to the other things, it's small.
So this is what I'm seeing on this picture, right? This thing's staring dead at you. Its face is right here, right? This is possibly its shoulder, hand here or arm area, right? Because it's gripping on. Now, if it's hanging on the back of the tree, it's probably right here might be its knee poking out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And if you go back to the and if you go back to the face, over to the right a little bit, right there, that looks like it's the shoulder. Like it's
So it's kind of like it's hard to. It's hanging. It's gripped onto the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know how to describe that pose, but it's hooked on the back of the tree where it's like latched on and it's got its knees like poking out. You know what I mean? That's what that looks like.
Yeah, it is definitely getting a good look at me.
Now, this is the same area that you call the big guy.
Yeah, it's in the same photo, plus two other things.
Wait. Okay, so now you guys want to hear the weird thing? That shit. All right, so the thing I caught in this picture that kind of weirded out. So if I go to the bottom here, look at this tree. You see anything weird with this tree, or am I just bugging out? God damn it! I see a chin, the bottom of a lip, a mouth, the top of a mouth, and a nose. or
Yeah.
am I just seeing stuff?
No, that could be something. Due to the elements at play with the way this photo and everything went, there could be anything is possible with this photo. Could be pareidolia, but there's a lot of very supernatural things going on in this photo.
That like when I was just scrolling over when I was actually really looking at this, and that made my eyes water a little bit. I don't know why, but all right. So I'm gonna so you guys take in this picture. This is Jesus. I don't want no damn dog man staring at me. You got gun. You live in the woods, man. I hope you got like dragon's breath rounds and shit. Take these things out of trees.
I just carry a K bar with me.
Our power too. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one, guys. If you want, timestamp this so you can go back and check it out. So this is a better picture of it, the better outline. This is what now. This one you updated with like you updated the filter with like a contrast so it could poke out a little bit more.
Yeah, I was messing with filters to get a better clarity on the subject.
And I'll tell you
There
what,
you go.
shit.
Now you can see the eyes a little better and the nose.
That's shocking. When I tell you, Dark Woodz is catching amazing stuff. Let me zoom in.
Holy moly!
All right,
Mosquitoes are coming out.
take that and zoom out real quick. I want to look at that top right corner.
Okay. What? Oh no! What? No, I don't see that. I'm paranoid. No, not no. No, I don't see that. What the fuck? What is that? All right, roll with me on this. See this square? See this square
Yeah.
here? Look in that square. Am I losing it? Do I need to go to sleep? Is that a face? A giant face?
You need to drink some more coffee.
Yeah. If it's a
Wow.
face, it's a ginormous face.
That I'm not bugging, right? You guys see that?
I can kind of make it out.
It looks like a mouth. It looks like a fucking misformed face. Look, I got an eye, right? Eye ridge, eye ridge, eye ridge, eye, cheek, nostril, mouth. What the fuck? What are you catching, dude?
I'll tell you what, these woods are pretty insane.
Charlie Button said, "Told you there was something up in that corner."
Oh,
I'll be right
That's
back.
crazy.
yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Whoa, I'm not bugging. Charlie, you saw that,
I'm a
right?
crab. You can hear me. Give me some bug spray, please.
Oh damn! I just popped chat back up. That shit just. Wow! I just saw. Did somebody get blocked? Let me see. I saw somebody get. Where'd he go? Damn. Oh, all right. Never mind. Thank you everybody for being in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. Holy. All right. I'm off. I'm not going. We'll wait for the information on his face. I'm back to this dog man here. Now I'm gonna zoom back in. Now this one, you can plainly see this would be the mouth area. Like its face, it's kind of like got its head tilted downwards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then the
Yep. So the eyes can see good.
So the eyes would set right about here, going across. Damn. Yeah, this is definitely like a two-tone one. And then see what I'm saying about the knee.
Thank you, sweetie.
Truth, you know what the face reminds me of? The movie. You remember what they look like in the movie Dog Soldiers?
Yes.
How they had
Yeah.
like that dark, like
Yep.
dark along the ridge of the snout, and it got like a little lighter, like grayish
Yeah. Yeah.
around it. That's what
Now,
that face. That's what that looks like.
and this is 10 feet up in the tree. Damn. We dark dude. You know, you've got absurdly large Sasquatch running through your area. You've got goddamn wolf creatures lurking around. Your area is just as bad as Vault.
Well, you know what? Like I said before, this is an accumulation of years of evidence. So it's not
Yep.
like it happens every day. But I know, like in 2020, it seemed like every day. There was all kinds of weird stuff going on around here.
And you know what? In 2020, everybody wasn't moving around, so
Yeah,
it basically
Yeah.
gave them like free roam. Like sightings of everything
that's
picked up
true.
around that time. Okay.
Well, you know, these woods that you're seeing, that's in marsh area back behind the house, about 5 minutes. If you walk 15 minutes, there's a river there. And on the other side of the river, there's thousands of acres of forest island and marshland. It's called Powell Marsh. And they had a Bigfoot sighting in there I seen on TV once. So this photo here, I want to make a reference real quick. You guys see those birch trees in the middle? How they look like they're rows and they're getting closer as they go back in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I made sure I took a photo that way of this to give me a reference on the landscape structure so that I could go back and check that area later. But right in the middle of those tree rows is where the big DM is.
Right here.
Yeah, right there.
So who's this little guy over here?
That's the guy we were just looking at. That's one of the baby dogmen.
Oh, okay. So now we're zooming out. Now we're zooming out and getting
Yep,
the whole shebang of it. Okay. Now,
so you could zoom in and check out where it is and how everything works.
Whatever
But
that
when you
is,
look in the center, you could definitely see something with big ears.
that's a big boy back there, boy.
so this one was a shit. All right. So this one was, you'd say, 10 feet up, and if this one was this one in a tree also, or was this one standing on the ground?
No, this one's on the ground. You know what? Now looking at this photo, I'll correct myself. The baby dog man, that's got to be about 4 or 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Because this big one in the center was crouching down. Later, you'll see a knee bent and everything. But crouching down, that was about 4.5 to 5 foot tall, crouching down.
All right. 1 second.
So wow, that thing is massive, and the thing dead center
Yeah,
in the
it's
middle.
huge.
You can see the point of like the points of the ears. You can see where it's kind of like squatting down and the knees are bent out.
Yeah, you can see one knee, a big meaty leg that's sticking out and it's bent out. There's a close-up photo of that later we could probably get to, but yeah, you could definitely tell on the close-up what it is.
So, all right. So, in comparison, how big would you say the smaller dogman was to this damn monster you got sitting back there?
Well, that smaller one, if it was on the ground, it'd probably be about a foot to 2 foot tall. It's a
Okay.
little guy. And I believe the one in the center is a female. I think that's the mom. For some reason, like I'd like to get into later on telling you how I came across this and what happened with it. But
Okay.
I definitely had this feeling that that was a female dog man.
All right.
I can't prove that it is, but that was a feeling that I got.
All right. So I'm gonna move. You guys
You know,
ingest.
before we do
Go
more
ahead.
photos, do you want me to tell you about when I went in there?
Yes, please.
So usually daily, I go walking out back in the woods because this is alongside of an area that was logged out where you'd have fresh ground where I look for tracks for deer or whatever's back there. And I got about halfway in and everything was fine. And then as soon as I started going forward, this is the most unusual thing that's ever happened to me. I never had this happen before, but it was like a finger poked into my head and told me there's something right over there. And I remember I stopped because I never felt that before and I questioned it and right again, bam. It was like getting hit in the head with a bat. Hey, there's something right over there. So I went and looked that direction where this photo is taken and I saw some dark stuff. So what I ended up doing was because I didn't feel terror, doom, fear, nothing like that. I just felt that there's an overwhelming sense that something is right there, kind of like something's not right, but there's something right there. So instead of walking straight up to it, which I think would be stupid, I walked around, I picked up leaves on the ground, I acted like I didn't see it. I never looked at it. I kept it in my peripheral and I kept meandering until I got as close as I could. And then walking forward, looking out my peripheral, I saw all these trees line up. That's why that's a landscape reference for me. And then
Okay.
I just took a photo and then eventually I left. And when I went home and I downloaded it to the computer and I looked at it, I was freaked out. I couldn't believe that that's what I saw. But
All right.
there's something supernatural about the feeling a message to me like, hey, there is something there. I never felt that in my life before. It's very pronounced.
Like, was it? I was it I know you got that feeling. Was there kind of like a menace vibe to it? Or like
Zero menace. It
zero?
was the only thing, yeah, the only thing that I felt was a severe awareness that something was right over there to my left. Uh, it was ongoing, nagging at me, couldn't shake it. And that's very abnormal. So I decided to pay attention to it. And I did all the stuff I did to get this photo. But I've never experienced that before in my life. And there is no doom, fear, nothing.
No, at any
All
point.
right.
Go ahead,
Wait.
Bass.
We have a question from Roth. Could you ask which cardinal directions does he mostly see the two species? Like, do the squatches live in the north end while the dogman live in the south end?
No, it's all mixed up, totally mixed together. And in fact, later on, I think that we'll be seeing a Bigfoot in the same photo with the dog.
All right. So I'm working on it. So, somebody just posted in chat. Hey, Faustin Garcia said, "Dark Woodz, would it be awesome if someone or something would pass right behind you now?" Hell no, that wouldn't be awesome.
Hey, my good friend Preston, how you doing? That's my buddy from Illinois. He's a good guy. And
Yeah, well,
I'm hoping that you guys can keep an eye for eye shine while I'm on here in case something's around.
Faustin, you cool? If you cool with Dark Man, you cool with me. Boom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a
Man,
good guy.
whatever that is huge, man. I would love to see how big it is when it's actually standing up. like right in the middle.
I
Just
would think
because you could,
I think it'd be around 8.5 feet tall.
because you could definitely see the knee bent in it.
Yeah.
You can see the top of you can see the top of
And
the head. There's absolutely something there.
Okay. So at any point did you hear anything besides that vibe you got? Did you hear anything like leaves crackling, trees branches breaking or anything?
no, I didn't hear anything. And the other strange thing too was as soon as I noticed something was there, I kept a peripheral on it. They could have moved, you know, and I might not have been able to tell looking through my peripheral, but these things were like a statue. They acted like they didn't exist there. They didn't want to move around me or anything.
Did you smell anything? Like was the wind at your back or to
No.
your front?
The wind would be coming from my front, so they were off to my left. And
Okay.
no, if they did smell, I don't think I was downwind of them.
Okay.
It makes me wonder
But
if
remember,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
remember just the way these trees are and everything, because that's going to be important later on when I discuss about this photo.
Okay. Now it makes me wonder if now this is the young one. This is the female. It makes me wonder was the male here somewhere?
Well, you know where that yellow arrow is?
Mm-hmm.
Right in the middle of the yellow arrow, if you go up, there's two straight lines of white birch branches.
Look like goalposts right here.
Yeah, I don't see your cursor. Yeah, right. If you go up straight there, yep, in the middle. Keep going. Now go over right there. That's an arm, and at the end of that arm is a hand. And later on, you'll see a photo of that. And I'm not sure if that's a Bigfoot or a dogman, but I'm pretty sure. You can see huge chest muscles on that. That's a shoulder. You can see part of a head, but the face is hidden behind that little tree.
All right, we're gonna get into this. I see another face, but I'm gonna leave it. We're gonna move. We're gonna go to another picture.
Stop seeing faces.
Dude. Yeah, we'll spend forever on faces.
All right, now, yeah, okay. All right, zoom out. All right, Dark. So what do we got here? So I see an outline. I see a shoulder outline with eyes.
Okay. Yep, now that one you could see where the red is. That's a massive arm. I think that's a Bigfoot, and that's in the same photo with the dogman. And later on, I'll show you where that is. But see where the eyes are, where the blue is?
Yeah.
Right in the center, you could see a forehead wrinkle ridge.
Yep.
Like right between the two blue eyes, you'll see a dark line going up.
Yep,
And there's probably a clearer photo of it later on.
I just find it so interesting that these things are
Right there.
cohabitating the area together.
I believe I have an
usually
answer for that I'll discuss later.
Usually don't hear about that. Like if there's like a
No.
river, one stays on one side, one stays on the other side. They don't cross paths. But I'm guessing there's enough food and forage around in that area where they could just coexist and not have a beef.
Right. There definitely is. But you can see what I outlined, that's off fur. That's not pine needles or anything goofy, plus the forehead. It's kind of skin looking, hairless.
Mhm.
But there's Hopefully you guys got the other filtered picture of this where it stands out better. But I
Yep.
did a lot of the outline on here so that people can get an initial idea of what it looks like.
Yep, I'm working on it. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
No problem.
So, brief intermission. How's everybody doing in chat tonight? I haven't really got a chance to look at it, but thank you everybody for stopping by.
I seen Joe in there and Sean. Sean's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of people in chat.
Click over.
Eddie Petch, I did not know that. All right, I got a quick question. Sorry to interrupt, but Eddie Petch wanted to know what is the biggest footprint that you've caught? Like 23 inches,
The
26?
biggest, yeah, 26 would be the biggest.
That's bigger than Shaquille O'Neal's foot.
He's got a big foot.
Yeah, I think he wears like a 22 or some outrageous number like that.
Well, didn't Sean?
I don't know how he can get a foot like that.
Sean Bradley he had a fucking boat on him too.
Yeah, he played in canoes.
Bash, you remember that game we went to and we were like on the upper level and his head was like at our chest even when we were at the upper level?
Oh yeah.
Massive. Yeah, we used to play a little basketball back in the day. All right, I'm gonna get here we go. All right, so this will be the same photo just without the outline, right?
I haven't seen it yet. Maybe mine's lagging.
It should come up.
Okay, that's a darker one. But you can see there's something there for sure, a mass. That's the same photo of the outline one we just saw.
Yeah, I can. So, to me right now, without the outline, I can. It's showing better to me now. Like this one seems like it's got a conical head.
Yes, it does. That's why I think it's a Bigfoot.
Right here, and then you have the ridge line here, the frowning. Right, this would be the brow, and its eyes and nose. Its eyes and nose area is kind of hidden behind this little branch here.
Yeah, yep. They were trying all of those things except for the baby dog man were trying to hide their face.
Oh, hold on. Let me zoom in a second here. Well,
that branch should be covering its nose.
Yeah, but little.
Oh, Primacrowd gave me some coffees. Thank you, sweetie.
If you
She's
look,
so good.
If we get in there close,
hey, Primal.
If you get in there close enough, I believe I'm seeing the bottom half of what would be the nose right here. This little dark shade.
I think you're right. Yep.
That'd be the bottom half of the nose, and then this right here, like this is the jawline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see it a lot. When not outlined, I can definitely see this a lot better. And that head is massive.
That is a big one, yes. And that's different from the first Bigfoot type that we seen earlier. This one's got more of a conical head.
Yeah, the other one didn't have the conical head.
Right. High shoulders.
It kind of looks to me like that Sasquatch is looking at the baby dog man.
It's pointing that direction for sure, but I think it's kind of ducking its head a little. Yeah, like I said, I think most of these things were trying not to get their eyes or face caught on camera.
Mm. That's a great picture. The fact that you can actually see the eyebrow ridge here. You can
But
see
that
the
that that
crease in the
arm, isn't
forehead.
that arm huge?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
see that.
Like, okay, so it it looks like this right here. Yep, that the forearm on this thing is massive.
Mm-hmm.
This right here would be the bottom of the forearm, and you can actually make out a little bit of the muscle definition. If
Yeah.
Dude, the face on that thing reminds me of King Kong from the new King Kong movie.
Hey,
yeah,
you're absolutely right. It's just like it.
look at the forearm on this thing.
Dude,
Now
that's
you can
just gotta
see
be
how
like
they could take big trees.
it's just gotta be like a
Jeez.
24 inch forearm, like a round. This is
Yeah.
massive.
Mm, wow. Yeah, definitely. Yep, I'm really staring at it now. You can definitely make out the nose, the bottom of the nose, which would
And look,
be it's. Uh, I think Vault would know better. Is their nose the tip of their nose would it be like hooded a little bit like a human, like how would it cause a shadow? Because I've never seen a
Yeah, you
Bigfoot
know
face to face.
that's what it looks like.
You know what I mean?
It's so hard because that stick is in the way.
Yeah, but yeah, the head on the cone. I would say the cone,
dude,
the
I'm
conicalness starts about. I would say like here, maybe.
telling you, picture
So, all
picture
right.
the
So,
movie King Kong and put that face right there. That's what you're looking at.
yep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I
So
you don't see
this
another
is the
face, do you?
these. No, no. I'm seeing big ass fingers right here.
Oh shit!
See these sausages?
Oh, you know what? That could be.
That
You
makes
know, that's what's
sense.
nice about being on the show. You guys could pick out some things I've never seen, you know? I mean,
Like it has its left arm folded up, kind of like shading itself, maybe holding on to a tree branch like that, and then its right hand looks like it's gripping this smaller tree here or branch, whatever it is that's leaning up next to this one. That definitely looks like there's a grip. Something's gripping this area right here.
Dude, that thing has a
mm,
catcher's mitt for a hand.
yeah.
Oh shit!
I'd
All
hate to
right.
get smacked by one of those.
See, all right. Now my question is this the same big guy that was in the other photo that was outlined?
Mm,
No, nope.
no,
Because the other one didn't have
no.
that conical head, and the shoulders came up halfway up its head. This guy's head sticks up pretty high because you could see that big ball shoulder before the forearm.
And not for
So
nothing. Not for nothing. He looks a little pissed off.
I think, I got the same vibe too. The way it looked, I think he wasn't happy I was there.
He looks a little the way that eyebrow ridge is. He
Yeah.
looks like he's angry at something.
I'm just glad he didn't come out.
All right, so it looks the fingers right here works out a little better. I definitely think that this thing is holding this tree right here.
I believe it.
Yeah, because all the shades match up.
So its shoulder must be like out here, like its frame. You know what I mean?
No, no, no. I don't know. Go in a little. Yep, right there. Because you got to think if it's reaching his left arm around it's
The
going to
frame.
be
It's
tilting it a little bit. So that's
okay.
probably his backside right there. Then you got the shoulder
Yeah.
underneath that birch branch. The bicep and a tricep and everything right there. Then you got the forearm.
Yep, right here.
Yep. Yep. So it's kind of like you're looking at its shoulder sideways, but he's a little facing towards you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Maybe when you caught this photo, he was in the process of moving off into this direction or moving off
Yes, he
to
was.
moving this way. And he was like, this hand right here might have been gripping onto like a tree to like move that shit up, move it out of the way.
Right. But you know what? He stayed like a statue, just like that. Like they're all posing for a photo. None of them moved at all.
I think they were trying to see what the hell you had in your hands. Because
Yeah,
usually
that could be.
if you're usually when somebody's out in the woods and they like these things are around and they bring something up to their face, they kind of automatically think that it's something that's going to harm them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't even bring the camera up to my face. I just had it up to my chest and I had it leveled out and I was lucky to get the photo straight like I did. Because I didn't put that up by my face.
Oh yeah, you could definitely see him now.
That's a good thing he didn't.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. It's just amazing that all those things were there in one spot.
X out of that. All right. So, main picture now here of all of this.
Wow, that makes him like fucking 10, 11 feet tall.
Yeah, probably
he's
more.
Because he's here.
Yeah.
Smaller, young
right there.
Youngsters here. The mom is here. Why are they all converging in one area? What the hell is going on?
I have a good answer for that later. Because there's still one more entity in there. And it's right below. Yeah. It's right below where that red circle is. Standing in front of that guy.
Not what? No, I didn't just zoom in on. I didn't just see that. Oh no. Hold on. Yes, I did. Yes,
right there.
You talking about right? You telling me right here? Is this what you're talking about?
You know what? There's a delay with what I see. I have like my cell phone and something else going on, so I can see better.
Oh, okay, no problem.
So right there where your cursor is, that's an arm, that's a chest front area there, and a head. Hopefully you have this picture up close that you took off my page.
Yep. So I'm trying to bring up my links now.
Remember where that spot is, because that's where that thing is.
So,
it's right near the two trees that look like a
pictures
goalpost.
Yeah, its whole arm is going straight down between those two goalpost-looking trees. And those are branches.
All right, so if you give me a second here, I'm going to share it from a different screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop sharing this, and we're going to go to StreamYard, share.
I'm
looking Dark Woodz. I don't see no eye shine behind you.
All right, I just thought I heard something. Might get lucky and hear something tonight.
Turn screen. Where'd it go? Window. Why didn't it pop back up? What the hell? All right. Get that off. Off.
All right. So Dark Woodz, I got a question for you. Have you been experiencing any like Fey activity?
Actually, yeah. It was a couple of months ago. I was standing out the side of the house, and I didn't have on the side of the house here. It's really black. There's no light, and I was standing there, and I seen a light in the woods, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" Because people don't walk around where there's wolves and things at night in the woods in pitch black. Uh, Nobody out here goes out at night really, but I seen this light lighting up some of the woods. So I'm looking at it and it's like an orb, but uh it looks like energy. And it was bobbing up and down, floating around. You could see it light up all the branches around it. And I actually called Primal Cry out, and she came out and witnessed it. We watched it for like 20 minutes. And I pulled out some night vision, and it didn't show up on there. I used my cell phone to try to record it. It didn't show up on that as well. And I ended up getting a pair of binoculars and was watching it. And you could see bits of energy flying off of it as it's moving around. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen.
Kind of like a plasma ball.
Yeah, it was, but there was no arcing lightning coming off. It was like
Okay.
tips of light breaking off of it as it's moving around. And it moved far away deep in the woods, and then it came back out again. So we watched it for like 20, 25 minutes. But it's not the first time I've seen lights in the woods bobbing around.
All right, so you know what? This no, yeah. Why wasn't the app? Why it won't share the right screen? All right, so we're just gonna go back to where I was doing it because it doesn't want to share the right screen. Stop
No
sharing.
problem.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Share screen.
All right. So I got a question. Like, what time of year do you get the most activity? Is it fall, winter, spring, summer?
Summer is usually dead. Once in a while I'll get something, but fall and spring are the heaviest activity. And sometimes I'll get something in the dead of winter. But usually it's spring and fall.
Okay, so I should have a. There should be a screen picture up on the screen now.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
the one with the red circle, yellow, with the yellow marker on it.
So on this, on this one now, I can scroll in just a tad bit more. Oh, I missed it.
Dude, that thing is massive. Holy shit.
Yes, it is. You see it? That tree in front of it, it's right in the middle of its chest.
That thing is massive.
Like, holy shit, dude. Like
the thing is.
So this all right here has to be its body, the rest of its body, like its legs and waist.
Yep. But there's something standing in front of it from the mid waist going down. Okay, we got some noise out here.
Uh-oh. What was
You
it?
guys hear that?
Turn the volume up.
There's something howling. Okay. It's barking and howling.
Oh.
Well, we'll see if they get closer. Maybe they're attracted to the light I got out here.
And I was about to say they're probably coming in to see what you're doing out there.
Yeah, well, I'm ready. That's pretty cool. I hope anybody else in chat heard that. It's probably not good to hear through my earbuds, but if I had a real microphone, you would have heard it.
Okay, so I'm on this picture now. What do we got going here? So I see an arrow pointed straight at. Is this a possible tree break?
No, this here, that's where that first Bigfoot photo was taken.
Okay.
And you can see where the tree broke, and where I circled it is where it was standing. And obviously there's nothing there, but so yeah, right there.
Yeah,
So that's what I use as a reference.
Yeah, so that thing, yeah, he was at least, because this is the ground right here.
Well, the ground goes down much further because the photo goes back deep where that is.
Oh, it slopes down going further the further back you go.
Yeah. Because the farther away something is, like where that circle is, the higher off the ground it would seem to be. I went back towards where that busted birch was, where the tip of the yellow arrow was, and measured how high that was where that thing was standing. And like I said, it's around 13 to 14 foot tall. Its shoulders all day were like 4+ feet wide.
All right, so we're gonna share onto the screen, share, boom, share, tab, 5, bring it back up. There we go. All right, so this photo here, look,
You got to share it.
oh shit, sorry. You're still a rookie. I'm still a rookie.
As long as we're learning.
So what's this? What the arrow? What is this arrow pointing at? I can't make it out.
Okay, that's that birch again. Remember that broken one?
Okay, yeah.
And then you can see the squatch underneath it.
Okay.
So, like, that's about halfway up, a little bit past halfway up that busted birch.
Okay.
Which, in the other photo, you'd be able to tell that thing's huge.
All right. So this is the area where that picture would have been taken. This is that busted birch right here.
Yep.
Jeez, damn.
Yeah, right there.
All right. So I just popped that next photo on screen. I'm gonna go back to it. Please explain this one.
That's that same photo with the busted birch.
Oh,
I didn't have lines on it.
I think it's
Now,
the one I have on screen.
Truth, this one
That
is
one
a brighter version of the one kneeling down, where it had the baby in the left and the big guy in the back.
So that's the female dog man there, crouched down.
Okay, so I can see this would be the ear, right? All right. So I'm just trying to wait a second. Wait. Okay. Ear, tip of the nose, a little bit of eye reflection right here. Am I right?
Okay, I see the ear part now, tip of the nose, and then yeah, the eyes are hidden behind that white branch. But what's real telling is see on the right of the photo, that tree, you could see its fingers holding the side of that tree.
Yep, I see it right here.
Looks like a
Yep,
couple of
right there.
fingers to me, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
definitely not paws.
and
You can see 1, 2, 3.
yeah, one,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Oh man! All right, Truth. Go to the ear on the right.
Right here.
No. If you look, yeah, that ear. Go
Doesn't
over to where the white birch is. Right there. Go down. Right. Nope. Go back a little bit. Right where you're at. Go down a little bit. You see that right there? That black spot right behind the white birch.
right here.
That looks like it could be the shoulder, the left shoulder coming off, and the arm comes behind that tree, and the hand is basically wrapping around that tree.
So like it's got his head, like it's leaning forward with his head ducked down, and its
Yeah, and
shoulders
it's
Yep.
like
yeah.
Yep, you got it. I'm glad you've seen that, Bass. You got good eyes.
It looks, yeah, it looks like the shoulder
why are they
going into an
why
arm with it wrapped around a tree.
why are
But
they
there's a
coming?
better photo of this in a different filter. This is a really whited out one.
All right, so I
I think
moved
the
on to
blue one is like the best.
all right, so messed up here. So I think this is the all right. So this we're back to the first Sasquatch we had on the first photos we showed.
Yeah.
Now this is a
You
dark.
can see in yellow.
Yep.
Yellow is the outline of the foot, and the red is the trees.
All right, so I brought back up the darker version of it right now without the outline. So if you guys are
Now
looking at this, right?
you could see his face better in this one. You could
Yep.
see where the dark socket is, where the eye is.
If you look down here at its right hand,
Yeah,
you can see this thing. It doesn't look like it's a really hard, like a really clenched fist. Like it maybe it's just like
like a
a limp
relaxed fist.
fist. Yeah,
Yeah,
but look at the mitts on this thing.
that thing's some mitts.
Like wow.
Oh, it'll pop your head off.
Yeah, all day.
The hands, and then you got the other one right here.
But I admit it was creepy knowing that thing was watching me when I was doing the driveway.
Now, yeah, no, thank you.
Wait,
You got
hold on. Now that you got this photo up, let's go back to the thing that everyone's seen on the right. Right where, yep, that tree right there. Now go to the left, like you're going towards the big guy. Keep going. Stop. Go up a little bit. To your right. That looks like a face leaning out. And a little below it looks like an arm. There's something
I do
there.
see that.
Like it looks like
It's
it
not
could
as
possibly be like
pronounced.
maybe 10 feet behind, maybe 10 feet behind
Yeah.
him.
Not as pronounced as the one up front, but yeah, it does seem
Mhm.
like there's something there.
But it looks like there's something peeking from behind the tree. Like, all right, I gotta look too. What is this?
There's some weird stuff in the weird Wisconsin. All right, so this is another outline of. So we got the trees, right, and then this is the outline of it. Now I don't know if you guys. I watch my own monsters. This shit is giving me the Grafton monster vibe. Like how it's like his head is like sunken with shoulders and shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick question from chat. Dark Woodz, when this photo was taken, about how far were you away from where this thing was standing?
That was about 100 yards because I got a long driveway and I was at the top of the driveway and I turned around and took a photo of the work I did in the driveway. I actually didn't know that was there until I was looking at my photos later and I saw it. So if I seen that when I was snowblowing, I would have stopped snowblowing and went inside.
So the next photo is when you were actually snow blowing. Right. So
Okay,
this
yeah.
is your drive.
Get a
This
good
is the
perspective.
driveway where you were snow blowing, and this is the area that it is, right?
Damn, that's a long
Yep.
driveway to snowblow.
So that's just half the driveway.
Look you can
'Cause
see
it
it right
turns-
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was. Now you see, they could sit there and stare at you and watch you all day, and you have no idea it's there.
Because it looks like it's part of the trees.
It does. I would think that would have been pine, but it's right there looking at me. It's so hard to believe.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see this picture? I'm going to zoom back out from his perspective of him snow blowing his driveway. Now, he's sitting. This is him standing right here. That
You
thing.
could clearly make that out. That's crazy.
That's a good spot to hide too, because like I said, he could look up the driveway and see the whole house. He could look into the windows of the house. He could tell what activity's going on. It's like a stalker in the woods, you know.
Yep. And from where he is, he can see you coming, whatever's coming up your driveway too.
Yeah, yep. And where he's at too, he can go any direction and be lost in the woods, no problem.
So from where he is right here, back going, if he was to head like back this way, where would that put him? Or her, or whatever it was.
If it was going to its left, it would take him across 51, a road that I live off of, and into a heavy swamp area. In the other direction is a lot of forest. There's a lot of weird things that happen across the road over in that swamp area.
Isn't that I remember the last time you were on, you was talking about an incident across the road that happened. You guys were over there, and I think you were like, it wasn't ginseng. You guys were like looking for mushrooms, and you seen something over there.
Oh, that was way across the road when we were chaga hunting. Yeah. But immediately across the road is a house that Primacry used to stay in. For a little bit, the house wasn't too good, and she found this one across the street, and she ended up moving into this one before I moved up here.
And
but
the house
she's go ahead.
Nope. I was about to say the house across the street is when you heard that thing running in the woods, and you seen the thing up in the tree looking at you.
No, that's out here, right in this yard. The thing is, the thing that was looking at me in the trees, that's about 20 feet to my left, right in this patch of woods I'm sitting in.
All right.
That's
So
why I'm a little apprehensive out here.
this next photo, I think is pretty damn interesting. So here we go. Bing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
All right. So I'm making out. I see. Get
Is that a damn ear?
Correct me if I'm wrong. That looks like
Yeah.
an ear to me.
That's an ear, and there's another ear on the other side.
Another
There's
ear.
a domed head.
Yep.
Some of an eyebrow ridge, and you can see a little bit of a socket. The rest of the body is totally cloaked. You can see how it's blurred, and it matches the background foliage.
So, wow.
And I believe this is a dog man. In the blurred part of the cloaking that it's doing, you could almost see a snout right underneath that head. Yeah.
What would you say, like right here?
Right there. Yep, that would be like the nose. Now I was walking to the river, and I just passed through a bunch of ferns, and I turned around and crouched down, and I was taking a photo of it, and I happened to catch this thing. He is standing where I just walked out of. So this thing was on the same path I was on, following me.
That sounds about right. So this next photo.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Well, it's the same photo.
Okay.
Just outline. It's got the outline going. So we got
there's the outline.
This right here looks like the top of the head.
Yes.
All right, now I got a question. When you were walking down this path, did you feel anything that made you want to turn around and take a picture, or you were just like, I'm gonna take a picture of that area?
No, you know what? I had
Did you
zero
feel anything?
idea. I didn't feel nothing. This thing was super stealth. I didn't smell here, didn't feel anything. I had no clue it was there. And I was in the moment of enjoying the woods, being by myself. And I went through, there was a huge open area with real big ferns. And I thought it was really cool. So I turned around and took a photo. And the way this looks like, it's 3/4 of the way cloaked. And I think it was in the middle of cloaking its entire self. And I caught the top part of its head before it got cloaked out. But I had no idea that that was behind me. And that is between me and my house. And I was heading down to the river back over here.
Mm.
All right, so.
But that's a nice photo of something partially cloaked.
So I think this next photo would be like the zoomed out version of that photo.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring it up here.
Yep, that is. And there's
that looks like a scene from
the
Predator.
You see how, yeah, that's a beautiful yeah, you would have to say that. That's a beautiful chunk of forest there, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So it was back here.
Let's see. Yep, it was right there. Exactly right there.
Because you can see the dark spot here.
Yeah.
Damn, that
now
looks
you
like
know too. It makes me wonder if you could actually see these with your eyes, because I don't even know that they're there, but then when I take pictures, they're there. You know, it seems to me like the camera can see more than what the human eye can see. Yep, there it is.
Whatever the hell it is, it's massive because you can see how big these ears are.
Yeah, I think that thing's like a 10. I think it's like a 10-footer, judging by the size of it.
All right.
Yeah, it's true, Charlie, that they might have
Yeah.
been wanted to be partially seen.
All right. So, Dark, can we get into why we're seeing faces?
Would you see more faces in this one?
No, not this one. I just meant in general. What is the other weirder stuff that is going on in this area? What is your theory about why they are congregating together?
Well, truth, did you find the last photo of the creature we haven't seen yet in that Dogman photo?
No, I did not. I might be bugging here.
Wait, the
Okay.
one where Mama is kneeling down in the middle.
Yeah, that photo. Remember the one that looks like goalposts, the two white branches going up?
Yeah.
I have a photo of that, and then I actually wrote hand real sloppy and had an arrow pointed to that one too. I'm not sure if you guys have that photo or not. That'd be nice if you did.
I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Brief intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Ow, damn it. All right, so we're gonna X out of this. How's chat going, guys?
I'm watching it. Everybody's saying they can see it. Every photo that's coming up, they can see what we're talking about. And
That's good.
Charlie Button's hitting.
Some places I posted, they had trouble seeing them. So yeah, that's good that you guys can see them.
Arlene said the camera captures what the eye can't see. Good point.
That's right. She's right.
Is there any other guys? If you got questions for Dark in chat or Bass or me or anybody, ask them now. Because I remember the last time we brought Dark on the show, we recorded it, and then I got so antsy about like I want to get this out, and I put it out at like 1:00 in the morning. Everybody's like, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah, no, but then we had him on for a live Q&A.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, truth. Remember we had him on for a live Q&A and Vol hopped in too?
Yeah. I know, but I would rather like do it live. What's that old Bill O'Reilly? Fuck it, we'll do it live. Yeah, I'm on that.
Miss Carol said in the middle of this photo there's something with their hand on the tree.
I kind of see that too. It's part of it's blurred, but on the tree you do see something. It's the biggest tree in the middle. There's a little one behind it. Looks like there's something on there.
All right, are you talking about the tree directly behind or the one off to, if we're looking at the photo to the left a little bit? Because it looks like there's something with his hand wrapped around the right-hand side of that one tree.
Directly behind it, yeah. It's great that chat's picking out more things in here. And that's what this whole thing's about, I can see certain things. Sometimes I get stuck on that cloak deal, and I glance around at other stuff and I may not see nothing, but someone in chat has a different perspective. That's the whole thing with pareidolia. Everyone has a whole different perspective, and some people can see this, some people can see other stuff.
All right. So, okay. So I'm going back to this one. For some reason I can't find that one. So zoom in.
That's all right.
So
all right. So we've seen this photo already. So we know where everything is right now. That's the baby dog man. The big guy is up to the right on
Big
like
guy.
a 1 o'clock. You got
Big
Mama
guys
sitting
right
there in
here.
the
Yep.
middle. Yep.
Mama sitting here
Got
in the
Mama
middle.
sitting right there in the middle. There's something by
These two
we're
twin
looking
birches
by
right
the
here.
2 trees
Now,
right there.
now
The 2
see that?
goalposts.
That's an arm. The arm goes all the way up the goalpost, and when you get to the top where there's branches, off to the side you'll see a massive chest muscle. You go down, whoop, go back the other way.
Mm.
Right there. That's the top of the chest muscle. The other chest muscle is on the other side of that little tree.
This little tree here.
Yep, right there. Yep. Now go down. You'll see the other half of the chest right there, where your cursor is. That round deal.
Right here.
That's a
The
big
pec.
chest. And, yep.
The pec.
Yeah, the pec. That's the left pec, or the right
And
pec,
then
and then the other one's the left one, and you could see the head going up from there. Like, too bad you guys didn't have this blown up photo, because you could actually see the hand with the fingers at the end of the arm.
I'm going to work on it. Give me a second here. But while that was up on
No
screen,
problem.
check it out. All right, so let me go to this. I'm going to take this. Save. Boing. StreamYard.
All right, so while you're looking for that, Dark, we have a question from chat. It's from Chica. What is some of the strangest sounds you've heard in the woods? Like howling, growling, screaming.
I have some audio of howling across the street where the swamp was. I heard 2 massive alpha male something beating the crap out of each other and roaring for like 5 minutes. It would go roar, and then the other one would override it, roar, 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 back and forth. Just like, it's so loud, it's unbelievable that people weren't coming out of their houses and trying to figure out what's going on. But that ensued for about 5 minutes, and then it got quiet, and then whoever, I guess, won that fight let out a really long, like inhumanly long roar. I've heard things that sound like monkeys, tropical birds, and screaming in the trees. Me and Prom and Cry heard that once out in the trees here. There's a theory. B. Moss talked about hearing what sounds like a dumpster being dragged across a parking lot. It's a rumbling metal sound. I've heard that a couple of times out here in the woods, and I have a gut feeling that that sound is the sound of a portal being open and closed. I can't prove it, but it makes sense in a lot of different ways. I've been told by someone extremely credible, who I'm not going to mention their name, that there's an anchored portal across the street where the swamp area is, and there's floating portals throughout these woods.
All right, so I swapped this picture over to be able to zoom in as close as possible.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we got
You can kind of see that.
got
that
baby
chest.
here, big guy, mama wolf here. All right, so zoom on in.
Yeah, now you're starting to see a physique like Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
And Roth just posted, makes sense to him for a portal be open sounding like that.
Yes, good job, Roth.
Actually sent a video to Sean G. When was it? I think it was yesterday. With this guy, I guess somebody was walking down the trail or something like that, and you could see it looks like a damn portal, like opening up behind them.
Yeah, that would be cool to see.
I'll see if I can find it again. The only reason I've seen it is because I'm in so many crazy ass groups on Facebook
So
that it just so happened to show up on my feed.
I'm I'm generally wondering if like there's something back here. There might have been something hanging out back
I'll
here
tell
that wasn't visible to the camera.
I think there's something back here right now.
Whoa, hold up. Bring you up on screen.
I got some night vision binoculars that I could record on. Oh, I see something dark. I'm gonna record this real quick.
Just be careful.
No, sweet angel. Now we're not saying that Bigfoot's time travel. Now, this is a very
What's that?
fringe topic. Now somebody asked if we believe that Bigfoot's time travel. No, this is a very fringe topic where portals open from other dimensions and things come in on this side and things get taken from this side over there. Me personally, I believe that's where a lot of these people that go missing in the woods happen to go, where they're found 8 miles away over 7 or 8 different ridge lines, or they just completely disappear. Portals are a very real thing. I
Yes,
wish
they
I
are.
could
And,
bring up that. I wish I could bring up that one that video I was just talking about, but it's already on YouTube, and I don't want to get. Know what I'm saying? It's already somebody's
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But Dark Woodz, if I'll see if I can find it, and I'll send it to you on like Messenger. So whenever you get a chance, you'll be able. It's like
So
a 10-minute video, but it's very interesting. Truth, I think I sent it to you.
probably. So these anchor portals. Do you think they could possibly, in your opinion, do you think they could? Oh, shit. I think that the faces that I'm seeing in these pictures. Do you think these portals might possibly be creating that?
Yes, I
In
do.
your,
I did a deep dive with portals, and I even got information from NASA that the solar winds that blast our geomagnetic sphere. It's like the Earth is circular like this, and the solar winds come and hit the Earth, and it wraps around either side. And when they crisscross each over in the back, it creates what's called an X point, and it disrupts the magnetic field and rips it open slightly. And when it closes, it ejects a bunch of highly charged particles. It's also known as the electron diffusion regions. And NASA has noticed several of those from the power of the sun occurring around our magnetic sphere. Plus, I also found out I just got a new lead that I need to hunt down. Maybe you guys could check it out too. But supposedly there's a congresswoman. All I got is her name is Cindy, but she put out some documents from research departments within the government stating that our magnetic sphere is fading away, and it's also our dimension as well. Our geomagnetic sphere around the planet is what separates adjacent dimensions from us, and it's thinning out at an alarming rate. So if that happens, then things can easily come in and out of portals a lot easier than they used to. I
so
think
like
the
they said,
Bigfoot,
the veil's
Dark
been thinning.
Dark Woodz.
yes,
I'm gonna
that's
run
another
somebody
term.
with what you just explained. do you think that CERN can be involved in this?
CERN definitely. Well, think about this. If our magnetic field is thinned out bad enough, CERN would have no problem opening portals all day. And I just found out too recently, I think it's Oak Ridge in Tennessee, East Tennessee. They don't have nuclear power plants. They have thorium nuclear plants that put out 4 times more power than an average nuclear plant. And the skies above these plants are just loaded constantly with spiderweb lightning bolts. It kind of reminds me of what Tesla was doing with the ionosphere, pulling out free energy. But they're definitely, and there's the cryptid sightings are going off the hook over in East Tennessee simultaneously. So they definitely have an effect, CERN and these new type of nuclear reactors.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can bring up that photo again where I saw the huge face on that tree, because that's bugging the hell out of me. I swear it is.
I noticed that too. Yeah, and like I said, you can count probably about 30 different faces in that photo.
So share. Yeah, I need some. I want the chat to tell me if I'm bugging, if I'm losing it, or like, you know what I mean? Because I see a damn face on this tree, and it almost looks like a cyclops.
Truth, you know what? I seen what you're talking about. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of how they used to carve old totem poles.
And specifically, I am talking about this tree right here.
Mm-hmm. Dude, think about it. I would love to know the history of this area. Like, was it old like burial grounds or anything like that? Or
Well, there's a reservation not that far from here, and I know back in the history, I can't remember the names of the tribes, but there's 2 tribes that were at war with each other over land.
So now, diving into bringing back up these, how many skulls would you say you might have found, or like the weird stuff carved into these shit? What's the weirdest thing you found carved into a tree?
All kinds of different faces, really, but the skull one I think is most outstanding to me.
Now,
and you know what's a shame? These photos that you got came off of Facebook, and I know Facebook doesn't give you crystal clear photos. You could put up a crystal clear photo, and it's kind of blurred out a little bit, so it's not as crisp. And then we share it, you know. So, but I took my pictures and I actually made photos out of them, and I could show them to people on the go, and they're really clear. It's I mean, I'm glad we can still see it here on the channel, but it's amazing how clear they are in an actual photo.
Just wow, that tree's really bugging me.
So, do you want an answer to that tree bugging you?
Yes, please.
Or at least my best guess. So, remember I told you before I heard what sounds like a dumpster going across a pavement area or cement? And I've heard that out here several times, and there's no way there's no cement out here. There's no metal out here. And I believe it's portals. So when I was walking back to the area where I came across this. Remember, I said everything was fine, and then instantly, all of a sudden, something was telling me that there's something right over there.
Yeah.
That happened. That happened instantaneously. Then I catch all these things grouped together in a mob, a Bigfoot, baby dog man, mama dog man, and I think another dog man that we didn't get to see yet. We kind of did, but they're all packed in one area. And then remember too, I said I made a reference as to where the trees were in a row so that I could come back later to find that. I know back there, like the back of my hand, all those trees in this photo, those rows of trees don't exist back there. They're not back there at all. I've looked over 20 times and I'm not stupid. I know I'm pretty good with trees and landscape and landmarks and this and that. None of that is back there right now. I think on an adjacent dimension, all the trees here and all these entities portaled in right when I was there.
So there might
That's
have
why
been
all of a sudden
there might have
I
been a
got that
thinning
feeling,
of there might have been a thinning of the veil, a thinning of something there, and these
That's
guys, you and from where you were to where they were, between that area that it thinned out, and you were able to spot them and trees that didn't actually exist on our
in my
plane.
woods. Yeah. And I heard the adjacent dimension to ours many times looks similar to ours, but there's a lot of different factors, entities, maybe physic properties are different there. But I know that in the photos, they all seem to be caught off guard. Like they didn't expect I was going to be there. So all those different factors really makes me think that a chunk of that dimension opened up into this dimension, and I was right there when it occurred and got the photo. Because like I said, I could go back there all day long and there's no way you can find those row of trees would be very distinctive. And I looked at trees on the ground next to it, everything, there's nothing like that there.
Dude, then that might
Absolutely
explain
nothing.
that face, that skull.
Yes,
Right,
that explains all the faces.
when you brought up the photo the first time, that immediately popped out to me. Like I was like, dude, is that a damn skull in the middle? And Sean G just yeah, your messenger is up on screen.
Yep, there it is.
No, okay, sorry, sorry, Sean.
But yeah, right there, dead center in the middle, it kind of looks like to tell you the truth, it kind of looks like an old hag face.
Yeah. In some ways it does, and in some ways it looks like a skull.
Dude,
but I've seen a lot of demented, twisted, weird looking faces in there as well.
I've seen that in a few of these photos, but hear me out. Now we're kind of on the subject of like parallel universes and veils shifting. That tree that seems I'm being drawn to this damn tree. In this on the other side, could the foliage over there be could it be talking trees over there? I know it sounds stupid, but do you know?
Anything is possible on that side of reality. We have no idea about what's on that side.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, man, that looks like a face. That looks like a tree with a damn face. And I can't.
And that would be normal to them. Well, don't stare at it too long. Isn't that crazy? Later on, Truth, go look at that photo up close and look for all the other faces you'll see in there. There's some pretty weird ones.
Right now, I'm so weirded out by that. Why am I distinctly like staring at that face? All right.
So something's calling to you about that.
It ain't right, man. It ain't right.
That whole photo isn't right. The way you can't find it back there. The tree, the landscape, it's gone. It's not there. I'd bet my life on it, 100%. So now
See.
that we talked about the parallel universe and everything, or dimension adjacent to ours,
Mm-hmm.
so what would these things be? I'm inclined to believe. I believe that there's. You guys are UFO heads, big time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that there's life on other planets, but I also believe there's extra dimensional beings that could portray or have UFOs or whatever, you know. I mean, the Duro underground, they have flying saucer technology as well. They have a lot of
Yeah.
technology, and they also can disappear and reappear, from what I understand. So I believe they are from another dimension as well. I think a lot of things are. And what's scary is, what are all these things? Are they benevolent or malevolent? Is it um, is it a place where there's a bunch of demons, or I mean, who knows what it is, you know?
Um.
And the scarier thing is, I'm getting reports that the veil is super thinning. These things everyone's going to be seeing in the future. Might be in the near future. It'll be like commonplace,
Well,
or it might be a
to
very bad scenario.
well to those of us that like are into this stuff, we see this stuff every day. It's gonna be the 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 average Joes that are gonna be blown away when they start hearing and seeing this, and then all of us are gonna be sitting back like, "Yo, we told you so." But the it's hard to. I think some of these things are natural. They're from our plane,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there are some that they they break they they creep over here, and I think those are the
Well,
ones that. Go ahead.
think about this with the Bigfoot and the orbs and disappearing and all this stuff. I think all these creatures on the other side of the veil, I think the Bigfoot were the ones more adaptable to cross over to our side, since they've been around a long, long time. And then I believe Dogman as well had that ability too. But there's you have to admit, there's been a lot of new cryptids coming around. There's some cryptids that make Dogman and Bigfoot like little kids compared to their power, very dangerous ones. And I still haven't figured out what they are, but I hear a lot about it. And
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. Like the reports of people seeing, for no other damn words of it, the damn creeper from Jeepers. Like, have you heard
yeah,
about this? That those
yep.
are some crazy reports, and it makes you think. Like, what if it is thinning? What what could we expect if it just if it goes kaput? You know what I mean?
We could probably expect legions of these things dominating our world. You just never know. And think about it too. I mean, there's a lot of biblical ties to this. Science, biblical, everything points to the same thing about the thinning of the veil. If it wasn't for God shortening the time of man, there'd be no flesh alive on earth when he came. I mean, it's all there. Heaven's collapsing. Even the guy, Terrence McKenna, I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he talked about singularity, and he graphed out, he's a super intelligent scientist, and everyone laughed at him until he died, and they looked at his research and they realized he was right. All the timelines are collapsing into one singularity, and it's really coming up on our heels right now.
So Illuminati
So
posted
there's
in
too much
chat.
evidence.
Oh, definitely. Illuminati posted in chat. Truth. Do you think the government will give a warning when it gets very close to happening, or do you think they're just going to be like, "Oh, we knew it, so now you got to deal with it"? I think they're going to pull that type of shit. They're not going to warn anybody.
Yeah, the government is not going to be your friend, and it's not going to let you know anything until it's happening. That's how I think.
Like for all we know, they're releasing some of these damn things into these woods, and they're
Yeah,
tracking them.
true.
Like, you know what I
Plus,
mean?
they're
So,
the ones who have the technology that they could open up dimensions. So
mhm.
Hmm.
they're not
So yeah,
saying
I
nothing
don't.
about that.
We're we're definitely not gonna get. We're not gonna get a warning. That's not gonna happen.
No.
Well, you know what they're going to do? They're going to do plausible deniability because a lot of these movies and stuff that they put out, they have like
Yep.
government liaisons and military liaisons like feeding them information. Like, look at X-Files,
Classic.
probably one of the greatest television series ever. The guy was read
That is-
into secret stuff.
Chris Carter.
Yep, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a report about the whole Area 51 thing that happened in the movie Independence Day. They had a military liaison there, basically telling them what to have and what not to have.
I
So they're
bet.
putting it out. They're putting it out through Hollywood as plausible deniability, and then they could just be like, you know what? We put it out there, but you guys took it as entertainment. Now it's here on your doorstep.
So
You know what else I heard too is some of these Satanistic people. A lot of these Satanistic people know biblical stuff better than Christians do, and it's because they have to work that art backwards. And one of the catches to doing some of the projects that they're doing is to release the information to tell the truth. And they're not going to come out and say this is this, but they're going to show it in a movie. It's like a subtle way. And then because they did that, they can continue doing their whatever their ritual is to get to a specific goal they have in mind.
Makes sense.
first of course, by an unknown force. What?
Like, in
I'm sorry. I'm missing a lot of what's going on in
There-
chat.
there's being cryptids spotted now that have never been seen before. Even strange
That's right.
entities.
Yep. I mean, look
Hey.
at Shadow Man. I'd never heard of Shadow Man like 20 years ago.
Hey, Bash, you want to hear something interesting?
Shadow Man, pale crawlers, which is basically I consider a pale crawler a rake type deal.
Yeah.
Then you
Yep.
got
Black-eyed kids.
Black Eyed Kids, the Slender Man, which I believe was brought into existence by a thought.
That's called a tulpa.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
It could also
Bash,
be
you
a
wanna-
manifestation.
Bash, you want to hear something funny? Earlier, I was just messing around on Google Earth, right? Did you know Cannock Chase is blocked out?
What?
Cannock Chase,
Yeah.
blurry. Won't zoom
Get
in on
out of
it.
here.
And when I tried to look at it earlier, now Cannock Chase is over in the Ukraine, over in the UK, and Cannock Chase has had numerous reports of UFO sightings and a UK dog, like I guess UK dogman, werewolf, whatever you want to call him over there. And yeah, I was just messing around on Google Earth earlier, and that was blacked out. There was, of course, Antarctica was blurry, and Nome, Alaska.
You know what else is real strange is there's a military presence now in Yellowstone National Park. There's one in the Grand Canyon, and there's also someplace in Colorado. And we're talking about a lot of military and locking those areas down. So there's stuff happening in those areas. And I found out, especially like with Yellowstone, there's a lot of missing people, and it brought the attention of the military to be there. And you can't go in those areas now.
So the Grand Canyon's the same way.
Yeah. Well, they found Egyptian artifacts in some of the stuff, supposedly, is what they said. But I believe that there's a high activity of cryptids or UFOs or something going on over there. And plus missing people. So I mean, I seen the statistics on how many people were missing in certain areas, and they quadrupled in 1 year, and that became alarming enough to bring military presence there.
I wonder if the. You
That would
know,
be
I
something
think
for you guys to research.
I think what's going on is, man, some of these people are venturing and they're walking around with all willy nilly in the woods, and all of a sudden, that veil, just a little thin, they might have stepped into it
Yeah.
and thought they were still here, and then took off, like maybe try to take off running, and just got further and further away from where they thought they were, and that's why they've never
Well,
been found.
I heard that there's some entities too from a credible source that they're like predators, and they'll set up a portal, like a door or a wall, and it's like a spider web. And when something walks in it, the portal activates and that person disappears. And whatever set that up is probably feeding on them on the other side.
So you guys say, truth, let's go camping. No.
We should go explore the woods.
Burger's trying so hard to get me camping. I'm like, dude, I don't know about that.
A burger.
You guys
burger
are always welcome to come up here and do some camping.
Man, you got your rest. You're
dude, you got 12-foot tall Sasquatch staring at your house. No, thank you.
Your hair is just as bad as Volt's.
I'm still alive. You guys would have fun. I mean, we have a pop-up camper. You could stay in there.
I think it would
just keep our doors locked.
I would love to go sky watching in that area, but looking for cryptids, man, up north they just breed them different.
Yeah.
They just breed them different.
You don't have to look for them here. They come to you.
Yeah.
They stare at you while you're snowblowing your driveway. No.
Dude, you got a fucking 15-foot Sasquatch staring at you from 100 yards away, and you could clearly see him.
Like, right. So back to
probably Christ seen something here.
She see what? Hold up. Let me bring you up.
Yeah, we're looking. There was something back there.
Julie just said, "Is anyone seeing the thing behind Dark Woodz?"
No way.
The fuck out of here, really?
Maybe that's what I was hearing. I know that these things come up to like 10 feet right behind you in trees.
Not for nothing, but I did think I saw eye shine back there like a little while ago, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, you got to tell me if you see eye shine, my friend.
I just thought it was
that's kind of crucial. Let somebody know something.
Just a little.
I got you. But wow, like, are you hearing anything else?
Well, I got Primal Cry on point right now, so I'll relax a bit.
She out there with a bazooka.
And she's got a spear.
All right, so Julie says, I know that. I swear I saw eyes earlier and then they were gone, but something's moving around back there.
Yeah, I've been hearing sticks breaking back here behind me a lot.
They're probably coming in to check. They're coming in to check out what you're doing.
Chica's the first time.
Chica's right. She said, "Dang, Dark Woodz is a one calm person."
He walks around in the woods with monsters with a big ass knife.
shit. No, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
It's got my name written on there too.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome. I like
Nice.
that. And that's all you carry with you out there.
Yeah, because you
That's
know, if I
balls,
got
man.
firearms and stuff, I think, well, if I carried firearms out there and I'm by myself, I think I would be inviting trouble because I know they know that I have firearms. But a blade, I don't think it's too big of a deal, you know.
Because personally, I believe that some of these, like their sense of smell is so ridiculous. They might be able to smell the gunpowder.
Or
Yeah, and the oil in the guns too.
John
Because
Johnson.
everything has a scent. Everything has a scent.
It does.
No, Don. It would. Yes, it would not be cool to see a big hairy black claw hand coming from behind. Yeah, no.
You'd see me move really fast.
Julie, do you want
Yeah,
those?
this weekend I plan on putting up a couple of game trail cams, especially one in that area where I took that dogman photo. I'm gonna put one there and then one by the river.
So all right. So back to the parallel universes and parallels and that picture with these three or four creatures or more in it.
Yeah,
And
that
on that
was just looking from the middle to the left. We didn't get a
Uh,
good look at if there's anything over there on the right hand side of that photo, because I'm pretty sure if those are on the middle to the left, there's something over there on the right.
on
I wouldn't be
on that
surprised.
on that side of the veil, could these things not have a problem? You know what I mean? Because
As
if that
far as
like over here, you hear like you kind of hear the stories of like Bigfoot and Dogman not getting along in the same areas and stuff like that. Whereas in this picture, you can plainly see these things are within 50, 60 feet of each other.
no, they're
So
probably like 10 to 20 feet.
That's what I
even
was saying.
closer.
That's
So
what I was saying.
on
There
that
might be
side, go ahead.
there might be enough food and foraging area for them to coexist without having a problem. Because think about it, he's up north. Everything's bigger than up north. So deer up there is going to be a lot bigger than a deer where we're at, or elk or a moose or even a raccoon is probably going to be bigger. Squirrels are bigger. And you got a water supply where you got basically fresh fish. Look at the size of that muskie. They could co-live in a place without friction. Like giving every
Well, here's one
once in a while,
thing
they
to
might
consider.
get into a scrap, but
Yeah, but these things that they're all highly intelligent, and I bet you that I've always heard, you know, like sometimes you encounter Bigfoots and they're like people. Some can be real mad, some can be serial killers, and some can be real nice. And if they're like that, Dogman and Bigfoot, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Bigfoot and Dogman formed an alliance. Maybe Dogman works as like a security team for the Bigfoot. I mean, who knows? You know, we have no idea what they do on the other side. There may be some that don't like Bigfoots and attack them or don't go around them, and then there's others that make pacts with them and they work together to accomplish whatever they're trying to do. You know, given that they're like people and they're intelligent, that's what I think.
Dude, this I want. I'm bugging. There's way too many damn faces in the pictures, man. What did you catch?
That's
Like,
a weird thing too. Does the other dimension have is that normal? Like leaves on trees here, they got trees with faces on them. I mean, there's a
I
lot
don't.
of questions that come with that.
I,
You know what, Dark
Who
Woods? I
knows
was
if
just thinking
those
that,
are
like,
spirits?
what if on the other side, like, it looks like a tree, but there's a face in it. If I'm going back old school reference, if anybody remembers the Mortal Kombat 2, when you're fighting Reptile, the trees have
Right?
faces on them.
Yeah. Makes you wonder where that came from.
hmm.
And
Yeah.
who knows if those trees have more of an intellect and a spirit versus the ones here.
Yo, night, Mr. Wilcutt. I didn't see you didn't have a wrench. I just gave you one, dude. Sorry. But
Good night,
dude, this
Wilcock.
is
Thanks for
Man,
stopping by.
yep, definitely.
you have a whole bunch of weird out there, man.
I
I'll tell you
can't
that
like
flame, that weird orb that was back there. That to me was the most puzzling, creepy thing I ever seen. I mean, I could see a dogman or a Bigfoot, but that is like super unknown. I don't know what that orb thing was doing. I don't know what would happen if I hear if you follow them into the woods, you probably never come back. But yeah, it's off the hook.
um I'm just gonna say this. Don't go chasing lights or orbs.
No,
No,
no.
Highly recommend don't do that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how I got my ass in trouble. Which
Yeah.
which Bash, you said Burger. Now, Burger, ladies and gentlemen, is a cousin that refuses to come on the show and talk about what happened. He wants you to go camping with him?
yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay, okay. You know what? Tell him I'll make this deal with him.
Listen, man, this ain't gonna be no Allagash 4 incident, dude.
Tell him to make this deal with him. If he comes on and we can actually do a show where it's me, you, and him talking about that night, I will go camping. No shit.
Well,
I
you
will.
talk,
Oh
And you
boy.
know you know me. I don't do the woods.
well, you talk to him about that.
Like if
Does
he
he
will
like to
come on,
does he like to drink?
Mm.
he's more of a smoker. But
Oh, you should get
if
him all smoked up and comfortable.
if you I keep telling him you don't have to show your camera, you don't have to have your face on camera or nothing. You'll go buy Burger, like you don't have to go by your real name. And he won't do it. He's a little
Dude,
frustrated. He's a little mad with me. What's up?
why don't you guys have him just write it down, and then you don't have to say nothing or do this. Just tell him, hey,
No,
take some time and write down everything you know.
He
no,
don't like
you
he
listen. You
don't
know
like
what I'm
talking about it. He don't like thinking about it.
bullshit. I'll get him to
Ah,
talk. It's gonna be some sneaky CIA type deal, but I'll put my phone
yeah.
on record. Yeah, I'll put my phone on record, and I'll just start asking him questions. Because if he doesn't know if it's on record, he'll start talking.
There you go.
We'll see how that works. He might get a little mad at me, but he'll get over it.
Yeah, he'll get over it. That's a good idea.
Trees had faces. Yeah, trees had faces in Wizard of Oz too. Those sneaky apple throwing, apple throwing passages. I know where you got that word from. That's from Johnny Dangerously. That's an old movie there. Blues and G music. Passages.
Blues poster. That's good.
Yeah, but
All right.
like I said, ladies and gentlemen, go check out his channel, Blues and G Music. Great,
All right.
great vibe he's got over there.
So, Dark Woodz,
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
have you noticed like any strange eye shine, like different color eye shines, like amber, red, like safety vest green, blue?
Yeah, I seen safety vest green, and that one was like 10 feet away from me. When I came around the back of the house, it was in the woods, and I stared at it for like 30 seconds, and I've never seen eyes like that. I've seen all kinds of animal eyes with a flashlight, the eye shine, and it's just a bright shine. These eyes I saw, they shine uh, a really lime green. It was solid, and you could see the round part, and in the center, it looked like a long peg that was even darker green. Very bizarre eyes, and I'm thinking that that was Dogman because I've caught the eye shines in the backyard here, and I hit a Q beam spotlight on it one time because they take off real quick when they notice that I shine lights back at them. And when I did, I thought it was a gray slate wolf, but the back of the wolf was like it was like the size of a big deer, and the base of the tail that went into the body was the size of a Coke can. And then the weirdest thing was when it didn't run, it walked away in the light, and I was looking at the back of it as it walked away, and the front end of it kept going up and down with each step, like it didn't have paws, because a wolf will tuck its paws in when it walks, when it lifts up its foot, and then it'll take it out when he steps down.
Mhm.
This thing acted like it to me it acted like it had hands in the front that didn't bend like a wolf paw. And that was whatever, those are the same color eyes and eye shine, which was what I saw on the side of the house that was 10 feet away from me. And I thought it was standing on a stump. And later on during the day, I realized there wasn't a stump there. So this thing, I'm 5'11", and its head was the same height as mine, but it's about 2 feet lower in the ground where it was standing. So it had to be almost 8 feet tall.
Hmm.
That was really bizarre.
Shit. Sorry.
And then remember that I told you about that big eye I seen in the tree?
Mm-hmm.
I shine a headlamp right on that thing, a bright one. It had zero eye shine. It was a flat eye, just like a human eye would be, but it wasn't a human at all. The eye was huge.
Now, question, right? Could could that eye have been like you see how we've obviously seen yes, Eddie, I did receive your emails. I gotta respond to them. Um but you see how in these other photos we've seen these faces and everything, right?
Right?
Maybe that eye was maybe that eye was just visible. It was just beyond the veil enough that you were able to catch it with your naked eye.
There's there was some kind of body attached to the head, but it was super black. And I seen this at night, and we stared at each other for a little while, and I only seen like it was looking at me with one side of its face, and I only saw one eye. And the eye came up to a point on the side. The eye was like about this long and about that wide, and the pupil on it was like this. And the eye was looking at me, and when it was done, you could see it turned its head, and the eye stayed there, and then the eye went like this, and the whole thing disappeared. So I think you're
Yeah.
right. There's probably thinning of the veil there, or they create, they have, I think these things have abilities to break through dimensions as well.
Like an innate ability to just to hop over.
Right. Because, I mean, they can cloak. I know some of that definitely has to do with the physical function of their hair, but to just disappear, like you hear about muddy tracks of a squatch going across a field. There's no trees within hundreds of yards, and all of a sudden the prints just end in the middle of the field. It's like, where did it go? And a lot of prints I found out here, I only find one. And I should be able to at least see scuff marks of other action from it moving, but there's always one print. And I know Wendy Wilson said that she experiences the same thing. I think they come in, step down, maybe they go back out. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But considering that the Dogman photo and the woods that I cannot find back there, that whole section doesn't exist anymore. Everything's pointing towards coming in and out of dimensions.
Now you've been back there. It doesn't look like it was clear cut, anything like that. It just looks like that area just never existed.
Exactly. Like all the trees are totally different. You can't find any of the landmark type of trees or anything in there. It's you know, the skull tree that doesn't exist back there. You can't find it. And I know that whole area super well. I mean, I've been back there for 3 years every single day, basically. Winter, summer, spring.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? It might be worth the trip up there just to test out some like some paranormal experiments. Like, you know what I mean?
See if you guys are always welcome.
See if we can pick up, say, bring up like one of those spirit box. See if we can pick something up from, say, go to one of these areas where there may have been a thinning of the veil. Say like where that photo was taken, and maybe work a spirit box and see if we can pick up anything.
I wouldn't be surprised if your spirit box started smoking and exploded on you. With all the crazy stuff that happens out here.
Oh, man, if that happens, I'm on the first thing smoking out of there.
Yeah. I would be joining you.
You ever see the cartoons where they start running and their feet are basically burning up smoke? That'd be me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't get traction, you know.
Okay, so pretty interesting, Dark. Now, our resident remote viewer, you know him, Ralphian. So Ralphian said, "Truth, let Dark Woodz know he remote viewed at least 2 X beasts within 20 miles from you."
Okay, I'm not surprised.
So, Eddie, X beasts are what we here at Nightmare Nation call dogmen, because
That's right.
we don't dog it. It's a generic term. I like X beast
because
more.
It's an unknown beast. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Nobody knows. It could be natural, could be genetically modified, it could be something from another dimension. It's just a beastly looking creature.
X beast is the perfect name. Extra dimensional.
So that's what it. In other circles, it's dogman. Here in the nation, it's called X beast.
X beast. I gotta remember that. I keep slipping with dogman.
Nah, it's fine, man. Don't worry about that. I'm just saying, because in the chat he asked what X beast is.
Yeah, it is a lame name, dogman.
Or you could just go layman's term, big ass walking wolf. That's what.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, people would know what that was.
Yep. I think I'm gonna. I'd like to say, Dark Woodz, dude. I love having you on. You're a fucking awesome guest, awesome dude to talk to.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Don't get eaten by anything in your backyard. I hope Primal's got your back with her spear. And,
yeah.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming by and checking out the channel tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I enjoyed having you guys here watching the show, and definitely enjoyed having Dark Woodz on for another chance. And dude, you're welcome anytime. Like if you want a link, send me a message out. Whatever show I'm doing, you want a link, hop in. I don't care what the discussion is. You know what I mean?
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
No,
I love being on your
open door
guys'
here.
shows. Yeah, I love being on your guys' shows. I learn a lot from watching your videos and stuff. There's a lot. You guys cover a big variety of different subject matters, and you're always super informative. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever take a break from researching stuff, but you guys are amazing on that.
I don't, Bass. I don't think we actually do, right?
What? Take a break? No,
No, I don't think we actually do.
I'm always looking at something.
Yeah, like we're always sending each other stuff back and forth.
Yeah, but tell you the truth, a lot of this stuff came from researching way before we even thought about getting on YouTube. So,
No.
Oh wow.
oh yeah.
Well, it's good that you guys have that open mind. You know.
Please keep coming. Yes, we listen. We're gonna try to get the. I want to help Dark get his channel, get a channel. We need to get you a channel set up, man, so we can get you putting your stuff out there. And I'll be happy to do your intro for you, homie. I just
Hey,
did
I
one for.
appreciate that.
Hey, is Don still in chat? You guys want to get a sneak peek at the one I did for him?
Yeah.
Maybe I can. Let me see.
Only play like 30 seconds.
I like the one.
It's only like a minute and a half, dude.
Like the one that you did for Vault. That was pretty good.
The new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like doing it. I like doing it. That's why I got so upset with those dumb videos that the person put out of
That's
me.
funny.
Like, give
Eddie,
me some more. Give me better video quality, man.
Eddie Pet said, "Bass talks to fish." Nah, far from it. I wish I'd win every tournament I'm in.
Oh, that's good. You are definitely the fisherman.
All right, so
I gotta get you up here,
so
Bass,
we're
and do
gonna
some
make
musky
this
fishing.
a little bit bigger. Okay, I hope Don doesn't mind me sharing this, but hopefully he uses this as the intro for his for Midnight Amongst Monsters. So let's get this up here. Soft tab, midnight video, share. Okay, make it bigger. All right, so this is the one I've been working on for Midnight Amongst Monsters. This is Mr. Don Johnson's channel. I don't know if he's still in chat, but if he is, go over there and subscribe to his channel. So I'm gonna press play on this.
Yep, he's on Instagram also. I'm not too sure if he's on TikTok or not.
Okay, check it out. Oh, where's the audio? Why is the audio not going through that shit? Did I share right? Yeah, it's shared.
Come on, man, get it together.
Hey, watch who you're talking to. Watch your tongue, sir.
You guys crack me up.
So run it smooth all night. Don't mess it up now. Yeah, there's no audio.
What?
There we go.
Is the audio not working?
It's very low if it is working.
Shit, let me just download it real quick. All right, I'm just gonna download it real quick because it's on my laptop. I haven't downloaded it to my desktop.
Man, what the hell is that?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Dude, there was some photo of
What
something.
the hell are you looking? That's Canvas.
What?
What?
No, not that.
Just
before
stop.
this came up. Before this came up, it looked like
know.
a damn big walking across rocks.
Oh, it probably was.
Oh yeah, right there. Looked like a Bigfoot sneaking up on a bear.
All right. So did this shit download? Let's see. All right.
Yeah, so later on, Truth, I'll probably talk
Yeah.
to you about that channel thing. See what's up.
Yeah, definitely, man. Listen, I want to help. If I whatever I can do to help you out with that, like we can put some of the we can put some of your pictures in like the intro and everything like that. Be no problem.
There you go.
All right, just give it a minute here.
And you got so much going on out there. You could throw pictures. You could throw stuff about the fan there, dog man, Bigfoot, portals,
You know what
stargates.
what would be absolutely
Yeah,
sick?
a lot of information.
If you caught like a game on a game camera, a fucking portal opening.
Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta. I'm gonna find this damn video. I'm pretty sure I still have it.
Are you
'cause I
talking
sent
about
it
the
to Sean.
Skinwalker Ranch? Are you talking about Skinwalker
No,
Ranch?
no,
No, that one guy walking with that portal. I'd like to see that video.
Dude, the dude is walking in a. It looks like a portal opens up behind him, like on a trail that he's walking in the woods.
So what does he have, like a camera facing behind him or something?
Dude, yeah, I guess so. Like, picture, you ever see the movie Stargate? Now picture that how it opens in a circle, but take out all the structure. It just a circle opening in the woods on a trail right behind him.
And where did you come across this?
One of the many strange Facebook groups I follow.
Yeah, figures.
It's pretty damn good, man. I sent to Sean. He was like, "That is interesting. Pretty damn good." Because, like, picture the technology that Predator is using. That the Predator uses, the cloaking, but it opens up in a
Just take a minute.
giant circle in the middle of a trail.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it bending the light and everything behind it. You can't see in it because it's just bending the light, but something happens in the video.
So Eddie asked if you would rather a shiner or a small bluegill as bait for a big bass. I guess that's a question for both of you guys because I'm not a fisherman.
That
I like using frogs.
that depends on the lake that depends on where you're fishing at. Like, usually shiners are basically like the bait fish that swarm in balls. See, and it also depends on the day, man, because bass eat bluegills. It's a hard profile for them to eat, but they will attack bluegills. Shiners are a little easier for them to eat.
Okay.
I say if you have the option, use both.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
If there's a lot of pads, I like running a frog or a worm across the top of those too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say use both because when the bass are spawning, the bluegills come up and try to eat the bass eggs and the fry and everything like that. But when the bluegills are spawning, the bass come up and try to eat the bluegills. It's a vicious circle, but if you could time it right, you'll catch some nice ones.
All right, so I got it loaded up. So this is the potential working intro for Midnight Amongst Monsters, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
I still got no audio.
What? Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that. You gotta click let the audio play. Where's the thing? Yeah. No, I don't want to. Why is it? You didn't get no audio, seriously?
No.
What the fuck is going on? Shit. Share. Okay, window. You know what? Nope. You know what? I got it. Where's my? Yep. I figured this shit out. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Figured out.
We're gonna. Oh, not background. I don't want background. We're gonna add a video clip. There we go.
There we go.
Video clip. Boom. There we go. Video clip. All right. So it's gonna, when this loads up, it's gonna mute us for a minute while this plays.
Cool.
Yeah, Truth. I sent you that photo video.
You did? When?
Yesterday.
I'll have to check. I don't think I did. I don't think I got that.
I think I sent it to you, Sean G. I think I sent it to Chaos.
Oh, if it was yesterday, depending on what time you sent it, I might not have got it because I don't have any service at work. So
yeah, it was about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't have any service. Come on, load up.
Got to pump supporters in the connection.
Shut up.
Yeah.
This guy. See, it's always something from the peanut gallery. I'm telling you. I'm trying to run a smooth operation here, Bass, and you're throwing me under the bus here, guy.
It is.
Wouldn't be the same without Bass.
No, I love having my fucking twin brother on being the co-host. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right, so
you guys are an awesome duo.
So I'm going to play this. It's going to mute us for the third time.
Is it going to play the audio? Because it's playing the video. I got no sound.
It will. It better. Shit. Because when I sent it to Don, it played for Don. So we're going to see. So what I did, I added it to my video clips in StreamYard. All right. So I'm going to play it right now. It's going to take us off the screen. It's going to mute us. Working intro for Midnight Amongst Monsters. All right. What do you guys think?
That was awesome. The footages in there too was pretty amazing.
I just got to add some more stuff to it, and then it'll be A1. All right, so on that, gentlemen, I think we're going to end because I got to be to work in like 3.5 hours. Dark, thank you again for coming on, man. It's been a great show. I love having you on. Everybody in chat, thank you for coming on. Thank you for moderating chat, keeping it keeping family oriented. Well, not family oriented, but keeping it. Whatever. I'm tired as fuck.
Hot
Thank
pocket
you
free.
Yep. Thank you for keeping Hot Pocket free. I like that one. Bash, got anything to say?
Yes, Dark Woodz, thank you very much. Love having you on, man.
Hey, thank
It's always
you.
a great conversation with you.
I enjoy being here with you guys. You guys have an awesome channel.
And Dark, if you want to address everybody everybody in the nation.
Yeah, be careful when you go out there, and keep your eyes peeled, because you never know what you see. And remember, the dimensional walls are thinning, so things are going to happen a lot more and more in the near future, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Just be safe.
Definitely. All right, guys, and we're gonna call it a night right at the 3-hour mark. So, see you on Sunday night. Sunday night we're lining up. We have an interview lined up with the resident remote viewer. Like I said, I'm tired. Ralphie and Fairmoon will be joining us Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen. So please tune into that show also.
That's going to be a good show.
Ralphian's awesome. So, all right,
Yeah.
folks. Good night.
Thanks again, guys.